In the previous example, we have seen how we display the numbers from 0 to 9, and we created an algorithm for that. In this example, it's a bit different because the numbers that we display are the inputs from the user. So let's see. Okay, so here's the problem. We're going to create a flowchart that describes a program that works like this. First, the program asks the user to input a number, and then the program displays that number on the screen. So whatever that the user inputs to the program, we will display that number. It can be integer, it can be float number, it can be whatever, okay? And then the program asks if the user wants to keep going. If yes, then the program repeats the same activities, asking the user to input a number again, displaying that number again, and keep repeating that until the user says no, the user doesn't want to keep going, and then the program will end. So we're going to create a flowchart for this problem. So let us start just by following what the problem says. So the problem says first that the program asks the user to input number. So we just draw a parallelogram to represent an input. And then we say read a number as input from the user. Do not forget to add the variable name here. So I'm using the variable name num to represent the number that a user inputs to the program. Okay. And then here it says the program displays that number on the screen. So we draw another parallelogram saying that we're going to display num. So this is the same variable, okay? The same variable that I've previously used to represent the number that the user inputs to the program. Okay? So the next point says the program asks if the user wants to keep going. So the program asks for an input from the user. So again, we're going to draw another parallelogram because again, the program asks for an input from the user. So the program is going to read whether or not the user wants to keep going. And I'm going to store the answer from the user in this variable. It is called the keep going. Okay. Once we have the answer that we have stored in this variable keep going, we're going to see that what is the answer contained in this keep going variable. So we asked, is the keep going variable contains a true value? If it is true, means that the user wants to keep going with the program. It means that the program will repeat the activities, the previous activities. It means that if the answer is yes, the user wants to keep going, you will go all the way to here because it means that we're going to repeat all those activities that we have previously defined in this flowchart, okay? Now, if the answer is no, the program ends. So basically, these are all the things that we need to draw in the flowchart for this program. However, do not forget to create this begin thing here to say that this is where the program begins. And also do not forget to define all the variables. So for the variable num, it is a float type of variable. And then for the keep going variable here, I use the Boolean variable. So the Boolean variable can have the value of true or false. In this case, if it's true, it means that the user wants to keep going with the program. If the value is false, the user does not want to continue with the program. Okay, so that's how we represent this problem in the form of a flowchart. So thanks for watching and see you on the next video.